At 9:02 on Monday morning, the passenger in seat 18A buys a ticket for $89. 2 days later, the passenger in 18B pays $242. The night before departure, the passenger in 18C pays $742. They board the same aircraft, sit in the same economy row, and arrive at exactly the same time. Yet one passenger paid more than 8 times what another paid. The numbers are hypothetical, but the mechanism is real. By the time a flight departs, the people inside one cabin may be holding tickets bought at 10 different prices, sometimes more. This is not simply a price rising whenever a seat is sold. Behind the booking screen, one system creates a catalog of possible fares. Another decides which fares you are allowed to buy right now. To understand the system, start with what happens to an empty seat. The moment the aircraft door closes, that seat expires. It cannot be stored for tomorrow, while most of the cost of operating the flight still exists whether it is occupied or empty. But this does not mean the airline should sell every seat for the first price someone is willing to pay. Imagine one seat remains and a customer will pay $160 today. But the forecast sees a 50% chance that someone will pay $450 tomorrow. In a deliberately simplified calculation, waiting has an expected value of $225. If that probability falls to 20%, the expected value becomes $90. Now, accepting $160 looks much better. That is the basic tension inside airline revenue management. Sell the seat now or protect it for demand that may appear later. But before the system can make that decision, the airline needs more than one possible price. For a single route, a pricing team can create many fares. A fare is not only a number, it is a number attached to a set of rules. One fare may require early purchase and allow no refund. Another may allow changes. Some apply only during certain periods to particular passengers or through particular agreements. These possible fares can be distributed to airline websites, travel agencies, and booking systems. But filing a fare does not mean it will be available on every flight. That is where booking classes enter the picture. Inside a reservation system, economy can contain a ladder of booking classes, often represented by letters such as Y, B, M, K, or Q. They are not physical sections. Seat 18A is not permanently K-class. A booking class is an inventory gate controlling which fares can access the remaining seats. Imagine a flight with 10 possible economy price levels, starting at $89 and ending at $742. The airline does not necessarily divide the cabin into 10 sealed piles. Think of 10 doors into the same cabin. When enough low-fare bookings have been accepted, the cheapest door closes, and the next customer must use a more expensive one. This is why a booking website can say the $89 fare is sold out, while the seat map still shows dozens of empty seats. The aircraft is not close to full. Only access to the cheapest fare has closed. The decision is controlled by a revenue management system. It studies how bookings for this flight are developing and compares them with expected demand. Time before departure is only one input. The forecast can also respond to season, booking pace, cancellations, events, market conditions, and historical patterns. Suppose a 180-seat flight is 60 days away. If bookings arrive slowly, the airline may keep lower fares available to stimulate demand. If the flight begins selling much faster than expected, the system can protect more capacity for customers likely to book later and close the lower classes. This is why prices do not move upward in a perfectly straight line. A cheap fare can reopen if bookings slow, customers cancel, capacity changes, or the latest forecast decides that waiting is no longer worth the risk. The exact price can therefore rise, fall, and rise again, even when the number of physical seats changes very little. It also explains one of the most suspicious moments in online travel. You search for a flight, wait, refresh the page, and suddenly the price is higher. That jump does not prove the airline recognized you and punished you for searching twice. Another booking may have used the final cheap availability, a temporary hold may have changed it, or the systems may have returned a new offer. Pricing technology is becoming more contextual and dynamic. But a closed fare class can explain many sudden jumps, and clearing a cookie cannot reopen inventory the airline no longer wants to sell cheaply. The difference between two tickets can also be more than timing. The passenger in 18A may have bought a restricted, non-refundable product. The passenger in 18B may have paid for changes. The passenger in 18C may have booked at the last minute and needed flexibility. They receive almost the same transportation, but they do not necessarily own the same rights. Restrictions act like fences. A leisure traveler who books early and accepts strict conditions can reach the lower price. Someone leaving tomorrow or needing a refund crosses into a more expensive product. The system does not need to ask each person what they are willing to pay. Their timing and need for flexibility reveal part of the answer. And the calculation can extend beyond one flight. A seat from airport A to airport B may also be the first half of a longer journey from A through B to C. An airline using origin and destination revenue management can consider the value of the complete itinerary, not only one aircraft segment. It may reject a low local fare to protect capacity for a more valuable connecting journey. In another situation, two local passengers using different segments may be worth more than one connecting passenger. The same physical seat can therefore carry a different opportunity cost depending on the rest of the network. In another situation, two local passengers using different segments may be worth more than one connecting passenger. The same physical seat can therefore carry a different opportunity cost depending on the rest of the network. This is one reason airfare can look irrational when we compare distance alone. The airline is not pricing kilometers like a taxi. It is managing competing requests across a network of flights. The industry is also changing how these offers are built. Traditional airline pricing relies heavily on filed fares, rules, and booking class availability. That creates a price ladder. When one level closes, the customer may see a noticeable jump to the next. Newer dynamic offer systems can add more price points or calculate an offer using the airline's own business logic and current shopping context. Instead of choosing only between $129 and $179, a system may be able to create something between them. So 10 is not a magic industry number. One flight may expose fewer price levels, another many more, and modern systems can make the boundaries less visible. The important fact is that a single cabin does not have one permanent price. You can sometimes glimpse this system by searching for one passenger, then your full group. If only one low-fare place remains, the larger search may return a higher price for everyone. Separate bookings carry trade-offs, but the comparison can reveal an inventory boundary. It is also worth comparing the rules, not only the headline number. A cheap ticket that excludes baggage, seat selection, or useful change rights may not remain the cheapest product once the full trip is considered. Return to row 18. The $89 passenger was not given a random gift. The airline accepted a low price when the risk of leaving the seat empty was still important. The $742 passenger did not pay $742 because that piece of fabric suddenly became expensive. They bought scarce capacity at a moment when the airline believed it no longer needed to discount it. They may also have bought more flexibility. Airlines do not ask, "What does seat 18A cost?" They ask a more valuable question. What is the lowest offer we should accept for this disappearing piece of capacity right now, without regretting it when the next customer arrives? That is how one flight becomes 10 different prices. What is the biggest price difference you have seen for the same flight? Tell me in the comments.